It's so delightful. It smells super high quality.
Honey is okay, Chris. This is good.
It is a really, really pretty scent. I can see why this one is getting all of the compliments.
Oh, this is very sexy.
This fragrance is called The Boss by Christopher Lee Fragrances, but I had to reach out to them on Instagram and tell them, your fragrance is bomb. Like, that's good.
I'm a money magnet, draped in designer, I stay high fashion. Kiss you bougie, know I'm high maintenance.
What's up with the Charles Big Boss and
Big Dog Eric, Lil Dog Eric. We're back with another Let's Talk Fragrances.
Absolutely, y'all. So check this out, man. That's what we doing today, man. We got some fragrances that dropped, you know what I mean, on a website that I'm gonna tell you about because they brand new releases. That's why I love telling y'all about. So I think that's gonna be the first thing we talk about, and then after I talk about that, Eric got his little content, you know what I'm saying, about layering fragrances and what's the best layering combos and things like that. So this is going to be a real nice little sweet little video, but let me get into the fragrance news, okay? So if you guys know, y'all can go on ifragranceofficial.com so y'all can learn about all the new fragrances that's coming out, right? So look, y'all, this is what I want to talk to y'all about. First thing, y'all know that I already talked about the new Creed Centaurus. But I had Eric smell it, and I actually want to give him the floor right now to just give his opinions on how it smells.
So this was a leak that kind of slipped through the cracks, and somebody got a bottle somehow and bottled it up, sent out the sample. So we're only basing it off this sample. Once the official fragrance comes out, of course, we're going to smell again and see if it's confirmed. I'll tell you exactly what it smells like. Chris had his opinion, but I have one. The red chapstick, take the cap off and smell it. That is what it smells. It doesn't smell like the candies. It smells like the red chapstick, like medicinal, in the brand chapstick too. Like chapstick, the color red, literally it's not good, like at all. I don't know why you would want to smell like red chapstick. It's terrible, quite literally. Really disappointed. Creed's my favorite house, and they just missed the mark on this one. I don't know. I waited for the dry down. We're like at least an hour and a half into the dry down at this point. Smelled the opening, smelling the dry down again. I'm just pissed that I gotta leave this place smelling like this right now. Like I'm fried, bro. Came in here smelling good as fuck, like Le Labo Nor 29. Now I gotta leave out this bitch and try to scrub my hands off because this shit just is
terrible. I gave it a 2 out of 10, y'all. You know, I ain't never been a person that rocks with that cinnamon, spicy little shit. Not me.
If it was that, I would be okay with it. It's not that. It's red chapstick. Like,
yeah.
It's terrible and just very unfortunate. Hopefully, you know, they figure that out when they put out the full bottles.
So me and Eric got two different descriptions.
Correct.
But we both don't like it. So at the end of the day, it's just
it is
not
what
good.
It is. Yeah, we have two different noses. Everybody smells. You know, we had a discussion off camera about this, like something about the mucus or something like in your brain. There's a reason why everybody smells things different ways, and you know, certain people like certain things, but we have not completely different noses, but pretty different. Yeah. And we both come to an agreement that this is just not it. So, anyways, but there's hope in the future because there's new releases. So
facts. So
we're starting off with one that's not a exciting one though.
Y'all can go in the comments and just let us know if you're excited about that fragrance. I don't think y'all will be. I would like it's so many other Creeds. If you just wanted to get a Creed that smells lightning times better than that, save that for your grandmother. Okay. Now look, check this out, y'all. It's a new Ralph Club coming out. It's gonna be the eau de toilette. And wow. I was literally just so in distraught. Like, what? The eau de toilette? What is we talking about? What?
Yeah, you're going backwards with the name. It's kind of wild.
Like, my dude, y'all came out with the eau de parfum. Y'all came out with the parfum and then the elixir, and then now y'all just juicing everybody's pockets by releasing these whack ass fragrances, bro. Stop releasing Polo Blues. You already sped through in 3 years. What the fuck? All the goddamn Ralph Club fragrances, all 4 of them is in 4 years. It's just like y'all was just so thirsty to drop all these fragrances. It's like y'all didn't even give it a chance to marinate like how Blue de Chanel did. Blue de Chanel came out, it was like 2, 3 years, 4 years later. Eau de Parfum come out. 5 years later, the Parfum come out. Now we just waiting.
Yeah, you're supposed to start with the toilette. And we talked about this too, like once you're deep enough in the game with fragrances, like you don't even want toilettes anymore. No. So like it's like, what is the market for that other than I guess just brand new customers who are not into fragrance? But even then, wouldn't you just smell all the line and realize that this one's the worst performing? I don't know. Maybe the Toilettes have a better opening and they're thinking that in stores, people spraying it on a card, the opening's bright and fresh, maybe that's going to do it for them. But I don't know, that's a miss to me as well.
Man, they say the top notes got mandarin, grapefruit, and apple. And then they say the heart notes got sage, labdanum, geranium, lily of the valley. The base notes have vetiver, patchouli, cashmere, and musk. And I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I be reading off notes probably like 4 to 5 times a day. And I'm gonna be honest, straight up, dog, like I'm so underwhelmed by looking at this list. It's like,
yeah,
they like, yeah, mandarin. The first thing I think is I don't care. Grapefruit and apple, I don't care. They like sage, geranium, lily of the valley. Like, I have no ounce of give a fuck. They like vetiver, patchouli, cashmere, and musk. Seen that 4 in a row billions of times. I still don't care, bro. So I'm guessing y'all gonna charge y'all like, you know what I mean, like $99 to like $110. And just take y'all money.
It's just a different game, a different market. You know, we were talking about this because we, you know, obviously do our trips to Saks and we kind of like smell new things, and we're at a different point where we're smelling the higher end stuff. But I was like, man, you want to run to Macy's and put your nose in some things, and we just look at each other like, nothing there excites me. I did stop there and I smelled everything there, and I was just like, bro, like nothing moves me. It's crazy. Man. It's just all smells the same. It's so generic and basic. But that's how some people want to smell, you know, or when you first get introduced to the game, you know, it's more introductory. But once you get past that low tier, mid tier, it really becomes the same thing. Every release is the same. It's like, oh my God. And they got to play safe because of the mass appeal. We understand that, but man, it's very underwhelming.
Last time I went to Macy's, I told her, I was like, man, I got everything in here, literally.
Facts.
And first of all, they really be thinking I be lying. Cause sometimes I'll go there in like a hoodie and like some sweats, and I'll just look like just random black broke ass dude, I guess. I don't know, but sometimes I'll be chilling. And so she trying to show me shit, and I'm just like, I got everything. And then I'll just be getting this vibe like she think I'm capped. Like she's like, no, you don't. And I just be like, I don't even feel like proving it to you. But then I'll be like, you sure you ain't got nothing in here that smells really extraordinarily good that I never heard of? And then she'll go behind the counter and be like, come over here, and then pull out some Kenneth Cole. Like, bro, what the fuck is this shit? Like, I don't care about this either. This ass. You, like, if I say extraordinary, the first thing that thought in your mind was Kenneth Cole, bro. Yeah. I'll just be like, all right, man.
Well,
like,
they blow me in there when they be like, you look like you would love Bad Boy. You want to smell this Bad Boy? No, I'm like, bro, like, please. I'm not a fucking kid.
You just ain't still no Bad Boy in about probably a couple months, and your manager is saying you need to get rid of them bottles. So so of course you're telling me I need to smell like get out of here, man. Like playing with you, bro.
Oh, you look like you would love John Paul Gaultier. Man. It's like, okay, I've smelled them all. Like, you don't need, and they, even though you tell them that you smelled them all, they just are still spraying the card.
Hey, I know more about fragrances than every worker I've ever seen in Macy's. And let me tell you another
thing.
Even
at Saks, that's what we were talking. It's so crazy, like how these people who are selling you the products just have no idea about the community. They don't know what's coming out next. They don't even know about the fragrances in front of them, really.
Like, I was just on the phone with my homeboy. He went to Saks, and he asked them, did they have mind games? And a lady behind the counter was like, I don't even know what mind games is. Like, why the fuck do you work here and you don't know what mind games is?
And then when we go in there, they're talking about they're going to be moving mind games into Saks.
Yeah, so. But they giving that impression like they really know what mind games is. Like, my homeboy just said he was here 3 months ago. You didn't know what this was. So now you just know about mind games. You don't know about fucking mind games. But look, though.
We have some hope on the future here because Tom Ford is releasing a new private blend fragrance. Although I'm not too excited about it. It's called Black Lacquer. So you know it's going to be some sort of dark, weird kind of... The thing that throws me off is that it has a vinyl accord. Like, what the fuck? Like, are they thinking like the black vinyl records? Like the smell of the record? Like, that just sounds dirty. But it's a dark floral kind of fragrance, woody with that vinyl accord that's in a little bit of floral. That's kind of what they're giving us for now. Anytime Tom Ford drops something new, it's going to be exciting, but the vinyl throws me off, man. I have a feeling this is going to be a flop too.
Yeah, and they got this Atlas Cedar. I don't know what that is, but they saying there's going to be an amber woody fragrance, and if I just can envision that, I can just envision irritating the hell out of me. I can just see myself really eager to walk inside Saks and smell this fragrance and being like, because a lot of fragrances nowadays is always ambery. I keep hearing that amber wood. It's like, bruh, all right, bruh. I don't know, man. Just all these perfume. I think it's like all the perfumers for these companies live in one house and they just be like they be running out of material, and then they just had like a whole bunch of just amber oil just in the back in a closet, and they was like, hey, we got to get rid of this shit. So let's just for all the next 7 fragrances, y'all, that we all create in this house, let's use amber, because it's like, bruh.
Well, it's weird. Like, I guess I was kind of roasting on the mid-tier fragrances before saying nothing's unique, but Chris and I had the same conversation last time we stepped out of Sax's. Like, holy hell, a lot of these are kind of redundant too. I feel like anything that's going into a department store, whether it's high-end like the Saks or if it's a Macy's, they just have this mass appeal thing where it's just, they put it in a box and they're not really willing to go outside of that box. We had a couple that we came across that were kind of head-turning, but I'm waiting for, maybe you guys can drop in the comments, you know, we love suggestions. What is that next big bomb? What's the next Aventus? What's the next Dior Sauvage? What's the next, like, Mango Skin did it for us, or like a Narco Oasis from, is that Nativius, or who's that one? Narcotica Narco Oasis was one that was really good for me, but no, like I said, just the high tier fragrances do have that quality to them that do smell different. I'm just waiting for one that really blows my mind. I'm always on the hunt. That Le Labo Nor 29 did it for me. Bond New Harlem was, I haven't smelled that until this year, and that one was a big one for me as well, but it's tough.
All right, y'all, so I think y'all heard about the new Chanel that's coming out. I really don't know how to pronounce this, but I'm about to go ahead and translate it real quick, because I think it's Superleggera, but I just want to make sure I'm not tripping, because what the hell is this?
Superleggera. What the hell?
Yeah.
Superleggera.
Superleggera. That's the Spanish pronunciation, but Superleggera. That's brand new Allure Homme Sport. I'm actually on their official website. They saying it's coming soon. And I already got it set to like notify me, so they'll email me when they drop. But I can't really find the notes right here. But from everything I've been reading online, it's supposed to be like, you know how we was just talking about how Ralph Club is coming out with an eau de toilette after they came out with their higher versions. Well, that's kind of like what they're doing right now.
Freshie.
They could have just called this the Allure Homme Sport Cologne.
Yeah, they already have that probably or something. So there's, who knows? It's very weird what these companies are doing. It's like they're scraping for new customers, maybe. You know, that's the only thing I could think. I just am waiting for these houses to really. The community is so small though, so you can't expect them to make it for the community, but give us something that really does it. And I don't want unique, crazy, stinky fragrances. I want something that's still mass appealing, but it just is unique, like beautiful, like, whoa, what's that? I need that out of a fragrance.
Yeah, I just think maybe in a fragrance community, it's not a lot of, what would you call that? Like people could just bored. I think they just so bored, and it's not nobody new in there.
I think the fact that we smelled everything is what makes it troubling for us. So like when you smell everything, things start kind of smelling similar, and you put it in the same box of like, this smells like this and that. It gets redundant.
Okay, so what you wanted to talk about with the layering, man?
Yeah, so I like to bring these topics that me and Chris disagree on because it makes for good content. So like blending and layering fragrances is something that a lot of people like to do, Chris likes to do, and it's something that I personally don't believe in. And I'm interested to hear what you guys like to blend and layer, because I'm open, once again, like always, I'm open to changing my opinion. And I want to see what Chris actually day-to-day uses as a blending and layering combo. Because for me, I like to just like, this is what the perfumer created, and I don't want to have to buy 2 fragrances to put them together. I want a beautiful creation that boom, this is what I smell like today.
Yeah, so how I always thought about it is, the reason why I started layering fragrances was because the fragrance companies was coming out with flankers, okay? And as they was coming out with flankers, I was always dissatisfied of what they was coming out with. They'll come out like, okay, like Born Aroma, it'd be the first Born Aroma, and then they'll come out with like a Born Aroma Intense, or they'll come out with like a Born Aroma Green Extravaganza. And I'll be in my head like, okay, well, the DNA of the original Born Aroma is the base that y'all got, and y'all just kind of like probably taking the ad and then plugging and playing. So when I think of Green Extravaganza, what I kind of do is, if I'm not happy with what Born Aroma did or what Valentino did, I'll grab the original Born Aroma, and then I would grab a fragrance that screams Green Extravaganza, better than Green Extravaganza, and I'll layer them 2 fragrances and come up with my own Green Extravaganza.
Like a Grenache Tweed and a Moma or something like that?
Actually, what I did like Timu. Is it Timu?
Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
it's Tumi. If Tumi's 19 degrees is a real green, grassy, lemony fragrance. That kind of bright green feel is an extravaganza of greenness to my eyes. So
Did it turn out good?
I always, to me. I didn't get no compliments with it because it's like I'm layering different things every single day.
Yeah, compliments are one of those things you can't really judge fragrance off.
Okay, or like they never came out with a new Versace Dylan Blue. Like the Versace Dylan Blue is still an eau de toilette. They never came out with a parfum. They just never even tried.
Yeah, that would be a
flanker
seller for them.
Yeah, so they never even tried to do that. And with that being said, I took Valentino Core Fantasy and just mixed it with it. I was like, bro, if I was gonna make a flanker, I'll add apple with it. And I had to go through my notes and find an apple fragrance that I already had on Fragrantica. And then when I typed in apple, seen that Coral Fantasy had apple in it, I grabbed Coral Fantasy, added it with the Versace Dylan Blue, and was like, damn! And I was getting so much love with that. So that's kind of like how I do it. I just try to make my own flanker. Speaking Versace, I do not want to forget to let y'all know, this is very important. Versace Eros Energy is starting their marketing campaign August 6th. It's going to be the dude, what's it, Channing Tatum, okay? He's
kind of look like Channing Tatum right now. Look at me. Look like that Magic Mike type
Magic
shit.
Mike,
yeah.
Facts. So so they coming out with a marketing campaign with him. That is what everybody is saying. So take it for face value. Take it with a grain of salt. If August 6th come and Versace just hit y'all with the flip switch and they don't do it.
If they do it right, that could be a banger for them. I really hope the fragrance scent, I hope that one is a banger. That would be sick, actually. I'm kind of excited for that.
And they saying the price point is going to be affordable. They saying like, I think what, the 30 ml is like 90.
Yeah.
The 50 is like 110 or something. The 200 bottles like 130. So the price point is going to be right up everybody's alley. Mid-tier. Yeah.
Perfect for that kind of a fragrance.
Absolutely. A mid-tier priced fragrance. Okay?
I'll pick that up if it's good.
So I'm excited for it. But back to the layering point. I
So
just
like,
try
what
to
have you
create
been using lately? People are interested. We got to hear what the boss has been using.
I've been actually.
Or what have you been wearing this week in general?
I've been secretly mixing MFK fragrances. Like I haven't been telling Eric, I haven't been telling anybody, but I've been going up to Saks probably every day this week.
Have you?
Yes, grabbing that Grand Sour shit, mixing it with that 724. Mixing that 724 with that aqua fragrance I got.
So you're just trying to see what's up with that. You've been getting your nose in them without having to sample.
Because instead of me buying a full bottle, when I create my new fragrances that I want to release, I want to be up there with like how MFK have been making me feel lately. So I've been really testing like fragrances. Like I'll put on Grand Sur, sit up there, spray it while they keep fucking talking to me, trying to sell me shit.
Are they blowing you? They see you every damn day up there now?
Just leave me alone. But so I just spray it on my wrist. I be trying to harass them for a little decan. They keep trying to tell me they can't make a decan. We don't do that no more. Whatever.
It's crazy because like you talk the right shit, they'll give you one.
You buy something, they'll throw a decan in the bag though.
It's so frustrating.
Whatever. But so the next fragrances I want to release, I want it to smell like some real good MFK, not inspired, but just like that quality, that level of fragrance. So that's kind of
gentle, fluidity, really good
that.
for us.
So what I've been doing is I've been spraying the fragrance on, and I just look at the notes, and I'm just studying, and I'm sitting at home for like hours, or in the car. I was really in the car this time because going home is redundant. I somehow I had to wash my hands off and run back in the store. But spraying the fragrance on, smelling it, oh my god, and then being like, ooh, Grand Sur mixed with gentle fluidity. Ooh, what would that smell like? And I'll mix them two together, and I'll read both of the notes, and I'll plug and play. And right now I'm in the stage of just mixing and plugging and play with my fragrances, trying to create something fire. So that's kind of what I've been doing. I've been mixing a lot of MFK fragrances.
Yeah, I mean, that's definitely interesting. Some of these houses, like Bond, is like really big on their promotion, is all about like, you can blend our fragrances, or like Le Labo does that too. Even in the in-store experience, you can like mix and match their. So some of these companies are doing it. So clearly, it's a technique that even the high-end companies are like encouraging. So that's why I'm like interested in it. Now, the only time that I'll do it is like, I wear 2 or 3 different scents a day, which is kind of funny, but it's just because I'd be like a high-level athlete and I'd be in the shower that much. So in the morning, I put a scent on for work. And then if I'm going crazy at work, super sweaty, I'll jump in the shower. If I don't jump in the shower before the gym, I'll just put a different gym scent on. So now I'm technically layering from that original fragrance that's on its dry down to a new fragrance. And then later that night, I'll, before bed, I put on classic, put on perfume before bed. My girlfriend always be tripping, like, why are you wearing fragrance to bed? I'm like, bro, because we really do this shit.
Yeah, I really do.
And that's how I test. So all my samples, I test at night, and that kind of leads us perfectly to our next topic, which is about sampling versus buying in blind buying full bottles. Chris is infamous for buying full bottles. So lately, we got him back on the game of sampling. So he's done a ton of sample packs. So you guys will have a million videos coming your way. But that's how I like to test and sample my fragrances. Fragranceline.com and Scent Split. Those two seem to have everything. Get my samples in like this. I'll spray it on at night and let it ride. See how it smells in the morning. See how I like it that night. Experience it outside. Walk the dog. Get it in the air. That's the way that I like to do it.
Yeah, and I think like when it comes to me,
like how do you be sampling them and testing?
I always try to tell Eric and just tell y'all like I'm not in the game to be like a fragrance consumer. I'm a fragrance reviewer, so I don't have the luxury to want to smell stuff. I be wanting to grab the actual package and give y'all the whole presentation with what the bottle look like, how the atomizer spray. I might want to test the wares. If I get a sample, I can't test the wares. If I get a sample, I might want to test, okay, how much compliments I get with 3 sprays. How many compliments I get with 5 sprays. Is 10 sprays too much? The only reason you guys know that you only need like 3 to 4 sprays of Dior Sauvage Elixir is because some dumbass out there sprayed it on 10 times. And he was like, yeah, I'm kicking that. You know what I mean? Like,
too much.
Yeah, I'm doing too much, so he had to dial it back. But when you got you a sample, you kind of got to be sparing and sparse with your sprays. So I just kind of be like, I'll buy the full bottle, kick it. If I don't like it, I'll send it back. That's why I like going through retailers that they got a good return policy. Like, hey, bro, yes, I did use 10% of this bottle, but I don't like it.
Yeah.
And it's customer satisfaction. Get my money back. So that's kind of how I be into it. So
yeah, I mean, that's going to keep you long-term customer anyhow. So once they start realizing that, they'll really change the game.
And it's not like I do it all the time. Like sometimes I really keep the damn bottles. So it's just sometimes like with that Vanilla Sex by Tom Ford, I took that back. I need my 425.
Well, it's like decoration for you at a certain point, you know, having a beautiful bottle on the shelf, whether or not it smells good.
Yeah.
You know, as you see in the background, it's like kind of his whole shtick. So it's a good decoration. It's something cool to have, part of the collection. But with that being said, we're gonna close the video out because we're running low on storage, so we don't want to just have the video cut out of nowhere. So we want the outro here. So let's go ahead and let Chris close us out.
I'll let y'all know, like I said, new Tom Ford that came out, some new Chanel came out, Versace Eros Energy, August 6th. Pay attention, it's coming soon. That's like in a week or two. You know, I'm very upset about the Ralph Club Eau de Toilette playing everybody. Also, layering fragrances. Eric said, yeah, I ain't really all about that. And there's a lot of guys that think the same way as Eric. Like he's not the only one that think like that. Then you got some guys out here like me, where they only not like me, but
some people it's their whole thing.
Yeah, some people only have like 5 fragrances, so they have to combine, so they can potentially have 25 fragrances, 25 unique different scents. So they just kind of mix and matching just to extend the collection. And I got so many fragrances. The combination of fragrances I can create is a million billion. Like I got so many different scents. You know what I mean? So it's just like a plug and play. I'm more so I have fun with it. Eric, he a serious dude. I told you, FBI. You know what I mean?
I know,
so
they'd be saying, like I said, it's like, hey, he don't look trustable. It's like, bro,
so, yeah,
that's funny when I called him today. I'm like, hey, we've been watching you, buddy.
Yeah.
Hey, you're done, and so are you. If you in the comments hating, don't think I ain't seeing that. Got your IP already, buddy.
Yeah, facts. So it's like, he don't play a lot. Like Eric, a serious dude. Like, you know what I mean? He take life serious. So I could see him. No, this is like a lot of respect on the fragrance. I can see that about him. So I don't get mad. It's like for sure. You know what I mean? I like the simple fact that we got a different mind, because he can look at me and be like, I don't know why Chris do that dumbass shit, and I can look at Eric, but I don't know why he do that, and we could just, you know
it's
what
funny.
I mean?
The more I learn about Chris, the more I like him. It's like always something. There's always something. Some behind the scenes shit. I'm just like, bro, this is why you're my dude. Like this type shit.
Yeah, crazy, bro. We some crazy dudes, bro. I appreciate Eric too, man. Talking to him, and he not judgmental, because I be saying something. I just be for real. I be so serious. I be like, hey man, I be so blunt. This is what it is, and this is what I think it is based off my experiences, bro. I'm floored, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah, he knows I'm not gonna judge that shit. I'm just rocking. I'm cool.
Yeah, you like,
cool as a
I bet he be hearing it like,
no,
all right.